There is absolutely no evidence that this man thinks about anybody but himself. I've said it before. Donald Trump is a 78-year-old billionaire who hasn't stopped whining about his problems since he came down that golden escalator 9 years ago.
Donald Trump thought the insult would pass like every other careless line. He was on live television, smiling under soft studio lights, talking with the confidence of a man who believed every room would eventually bend toward his voice. Then Michelle Obama's name came up, and instead of offering a policy disagreement or a respectful answer, Trump reached for a personal insult. He called her nasty, dismissed her dignity, and acted as if one cheap word could shrink years of public service. The room tightened immediately. By the time the clip reached Barack Obama, the internet was already burning. Some people were angry, others were exhausted. Michelle Obama had spent years speaking to children, visiting military families, encouraging parents, and representing calm strength in public life. She was not above criticism. No public figure is. But Trump had not criticized an idea.
Donald Trump edition, right next to Matthew and Luke. Donald. And I'll give you one guess where those Bibles are made. He's Mr. Tough Guy on China, except when it comes to making a few bucks. You cannot make this stuff up. You really can't.
He had tried to stain a person. Obama did not respond with rage. That was what made Trump panic. Obama walked onto the stage that night with the calm of someone who knew anger would only lower the conversation. He let the audience settle, looked into the camera, and said one sentence that changed the whole tone. Donald, when a man insults a woman for standing tall, he is not exposing her weakness. He is revealing his own. The room went silent. That line landed because it did not sound like a husband defending only his wife. It sounded like a leader defending a standard. Obama did not call Trump names. He did not mock his appearance or shout over the moment. He simply held the insult up to the light and asked everyone to look at what it said about the person who used it. Stay with this, because that is where the takedown became brutal.
He's complaining 2, 3 in the morning. He's texting. What's he doing? When he's not complaining, he's trying to sell you stuff. Have you noticed that? Who does that? You're running for president and you're hawking merchandise. Gold sneakers, $100,000 watch. Supposed to be Swiss watch, he says.
Obama reminded viewers who Michelle had been in public life. She had spoken to school children about discipline. She had supported military families. She had encouraged health, education, and responsibility. People could disagree with her politics, her speeches, or her priorities, but reducing all of that to one bitter insult was not strength. It was smallness wearing a microphone. That was the first hit. Trump tried to brush it off, but the frame had shifted. If he attacked Obama, he proved the point. If he repeated the insult, he made it uglier. If he claimed he was only joking, the audience had already felt the cruelty behind the word. Obama had placed him in a position where every response made the original attack look weaker. But that was only the beginning. Obama turned the moment toward something larger than Michelle. He said America has become too comfortable rewarding meanness as honesty. People confuse cruelty with courage, disrespect with toughness, and humiliation with leadership. But leadership is not the ability to wound someone in public. Leadership is knowing which words are beneath the office, even when the crowd wants them. For older Americans watching, that point carried weight. They remember when public figures were expected to disagree without stripping away dignity. They know spouses and families have always been dragged into politics, but they also know there used to be a line people felt ashamed to cross.
For years, Donald Trump did everything in his power to try to make people fear us. See, his limited, narrow view of the world made him feel threatened by the existence of two hard-working, highly educated, successful people who happen to be Black.
Obama made the audience remember that line. Then he delivered the second sentence that truly panicked Trump. A man who needs to make Michelle Obama look small has already admitted she stands taller than his insult can reach. The applause did not come immediately. First came silence, deep and heavy, because everyone understood the reversal. Trump had wanted the insult to diminish Michelle. Obama made the insult diminish Trump. He did not defend Michelle by exaggerating her. He defended her by reminding people that dignity built over years cannot be erased by one angry word. Trump's reaction only made the moment stronger. Reports imagined him furious, complaining about unfair coverage, claiming Obama was sanctimonious, attacking late-night hosts for replaying the clip. But none of that changed the central image. Trump had thrown a word. Obama had returned a standard. By the end, the insult had lost its power. Michelle Obama did not need to answer. Her silence carried weight because her public life had already spoken. Obama did not need to scream. His calm carried authority because it showed the difference